doing, guys? So we're coming at you again with another live workout at noon. Today's workout is going to be a kind of longer period of time of movement. So we're going to move almost consistently for about 30-ish minutes if we don't count the warm-up. The goal with that is training something we call maximum aerobic power. So it's trying to move at 69-75% of your heart rate for longer periods of time, trying to maintain, sustain your pace. I'll go into the workout after we complete the warm-up. So for the warm-up, you good, guys?
Yes, sir.
For the warm-up, we're just gonna move for 10 minutes straight. We're gonna start with shin boxes. You're gonna be on the ground, heels down. You should be able to comfortably touch your toes, and from here, if you want to, you can place your hands behind your back, drop both knees to one side and other side. If you have pretty good range of motion in your hips, you can do it without your hands, okay? You're gonna do 5 per side on those. After that, next one, sumo inchworm into a push-up. You're gonna go into a wide stance, feet straight, hinge at the hips, slightly bend your knees, walk out, narrow grip or narrow stance in your hands, push up, walk back up, open hips all the way up on the top. You can do 5 of those. And last thing we're gonna do, we're gonna finish with single leg RDLs with reach. You start on one leg, hinge, reach across, open back up. Okay, 5, reach, open back up. So 5 shin boxes per side, 5 inchworm into push up, and 5 single leg RDL with reach for 10 minutes, okay? We're gonna start 3, 2, 1, and go.
This is 5 per side?
Yep, 5 per side, alternating side from this one. So, on this one, if you do have a hard time, hands can stay behind your back. If your hips are pretty tight, maybe your knees don't even touch the ground, that's okay. But you know that's something that you need to be working on if you can't touch both knees on each side, or if one of the sides is giving you a harder time than the other one. It's pretty easy. You can go just like Jay is going with your hands in front of you. Got 5 of those per side. After that, sumo inchworm, nice and wide.
Just do this on active one.
No,
I
exactly.
just posted it up.
Walk out slowly into a push-up position. If you have to, you can go on your knees on the push-up. You don't have to stay with your hips off the ground. Then hips back up and walk back up. Make sure you fully squeeze, extend the glutes. When you do, you should feel good stretch through your hip flexors, through your hips, quads a little bit. We'll go 5 of those, okay? Make sure when you're doing that push-up, obviously your low back's not arching, everything's in a nice, tight, neutral position. Just keep moving. After 5, we're gonna do the single leg RDL with reach. You're gonna start on one leg, hinge, reach across, and then return. You guys here have one more, and we're gonna go into that after this. There's the camera with this one here. So hinge, and once you do, you reach towards the leg that's staying on the ground. So the other way. So you reach with the other side, the other arm. And if you, so if this is giving you a hard time, you can just go into a little kind of kickstand position. So back toe just comfortably here resting on the ground. And all you're doing is just reaching. Where you should feel this is if you're standing on your left leg, I should feel it here across the glute as I reach. Inside my hip, I should feel pretty good stretch. If I'm in that RDL position here, I should feel good stretch through the hamstring, the outer glute. 5 per side. And then after 5 per side, we're gonna go back to the start, back to shin boxes. We have about 6 minutes left. Do you feel it there when you reach right there? You feel it across? Okay. So again, if you have to on this one, hands can go behind you. You can support yourself. If you want to add a good, if you want to add, maybe next time if you get to another round, you can add a hip extension at the end, then come down, switch, and add a hip extension if you do want to make it a little harder for yourself.
My hips are tight.
So that shin box exercise is also a pretty good kind of what we call diagnostic tool to see if you are missing range of motion, either internal or external, either side. And if it's not all the same, that's going to be causing some issues when you're squatting, when you're going into hip flexion in your hips. So it's definitely something that you should be working on if you do feel like, or you can definitely see the difference between right and left when you do those shin boxes. Five of the inchworms. Remember, if you do have to or you want to, you can always come down on your knees on that push-up part, and then single leg cardio, reach after that. Hey, don't worry, when I do these, I lose my balance all the time. It takes a little bit of time to get used to that movement. It's a little bit different. If you want to, you have something to hold on to. You can hold on to a table, chair, something, and reach. Have a little more stability if it's giving you a hard time.
Don't do that.
Okay, it looks like we're gonna have time for about one more round after this, and then we're gonna go into the workout. I'll start explaining the workout as we're doing that last round of the warm-up. You're not gonna need anything more in this workout, just your body and about, say, 10, 12 feet of free space, which, you know, I have a really tiny living room and I could still do this workout, so I'm pretty sure that everyone could do it.
How do I do the hip extension?
So once you go down here, just raise, come up. You can use a little bit of momentum there.
Oh my god.
There you go. Nice and light, Jack. You don't have to finish that round, so whenever we're done, that's when we're done. So you might only be able to finish half of this last round, that's okay. Hey, you should run now.
Yes. Where am I at?
70%.
Dream come true.
Out of shape. I think I went to yellow yesterday at some point. My triceps went to yellow yesterday.
Triceps were red.
So 5 on each side. Inchworms.
Been doing a few squats this week.
So if you have something in your living room, then you can sit up on the ground, water bottle. Probably don't use your kid or your dog because they might move, so that might not work. I wouldn't do that. But we'll use kettlebells for this purpose. We're going to use those for a little lateral shuffle that we'll do. Couple for Jay. Couple for Emily. So as they do it, we're finishing up. We got about 1 more minute, 1.5. What's going to happen with the workout? Part A. We're going to do 3 minutes of a lateral shuffle, but this shuffle should be fairly easy. So if you have a large space, maybe you're doing this outside, you can choose a pretty large area you can do this with. If you don't have a lot of space, you're gonna do a lot of cuts and turns. It doesn't have to be fast. You can go nice and slow. If you do have a heart rate monitor on, where you want to be 75 to about 82% heart rate. If you're lower than that, that's fine. We're not trying to completely murder you today. If you do jump into 85%, that's still okay, but if you're getting closer to 90 red zoning, you're going too fast, maybe slow down, just walk for a second, you don't have to move that fast. After 3 minutes of this lateral shuffle, we're gonna go into right into with no rest to a 6-minute period. 2 sets of 3 movements, 1 minute each movement. First movement is going to be split squat. Right leg forward, left leg down, making sure that back heel's off the ground here. You're going to be going up and down. You guys are good. You can rest. For warm up, that's it. So first one is going to be split squats. We're here. We're just doing right side. Up and down for 1 minute. Not switching sides. After that, about 55 seconds, we're going to go into push-up position, toe tap. So from here, going across, tapping the opposite toe. And then last one, leg lowerings. You're going to be on your back. Harder version, hands over here. Head, eyes looking on your feet. Make sure your head comes off the ground. Don't leave your head on the ground. Make sure it moves. Harder version, easier version. Hands can go right here. You can support yourself. And you just go nice and slow. After that, we're going to repeat it one more time. We're going to go back into split squats. Again, just right side. Push up, toe tap, leg lowerings, which gives us 6 minutes of work. Then we're going to have rest and go into a 3-minute alternating Turkish get-ups, body weight, rest, and then go back into 3-minute shuffle with 6 minutes of movement. Okay? We'll start on that lateral shuffle. So about here, and just going back and forth, nice and easy. Just pause. It's nothing crazy. It's a very controlled, slow, fairly slow movement. Back and forth, make sure you breathe. If you do have that heart rate monitor, make sure your heart rate doesn't spike up too much. If it does, just stop and walk nice and slow before it kind of comes down and you relax a little bit. 10, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go. All right, nice and easy. You don't have to go fast. Why we're choosing this to do is because most of us don't have a rower, a soul bike at home. Most of us are probably doing this in the living room, which means your kind of running, jump rope abilities are very limited. So this can be something that you can substitute for some, what we call monostructural cardio. So rower, bike, run, jump rope, stuff like that. It lets you kind of use a smaller area and still move. Emily, you can slow down a little bit on the first side. That's okay. And it's also something that we don't do. Usually we don't move laterally that much, so it's a nice thing to kind of spice it up a little bit, add some different type of movement. So that was about first minute. Now we have 2 more, so you just keep moving. There's no rest. How you doing, Emily?
Good.
You okay? All right.
Yeah.
Another gauge, if you don't have a heart rate monitor, I just asked Emily questions. She can give me a kind of full sentence answer. That's where you want to be. So if someone asks you to someone told you to tell your life story, you should be able to do it, then you'll be fine. So we're halfway through, we got a minute and a half left here. After that minute and a half, we're going to go into split squat for 1 minute, push up toe tap for 1 minute, and leg lowerings for 1 minute. Then again, split squat 1 minute, push up toe tap 1 minute, leg lowerings 1 minute. We're going to rest after that. Almost there. You see Emily's kind of slowing down. That's perfectly fine. That's what we want. We don't want to be puking on the ground for after 3 minutes of this. We just want your heart rate, keep moving, 1 more minute. This is the last one. We just want your heart rate up a little bit, but nothing too crazy, nothing too crazy. What we're gonna be doing first split squat in 50 seconds, it's just gonna be right side. Make sure that your toe is on the ground planted and your heel in the back is off the ground, okay? Just nice and upright, all the good stuff. All the good stuff that you see with normal squats apply to split squat as well. 30 seconds.
That's all the good stuff.
Chest upright, eyes forward, shoulders are rolling forward. No butt wing. You need to keep going. No. All right, 15 seconds, guys. All right, you guys can stop, set up for split squats. We're going to right side only, all right? Right side only. Get ready. 3, 2, 1, and go. Again, move nice and slow. Don't rush. Don't bump them out. Nice and slow. Good tempo. If you need to, grab a chair, grab a table, something that's in front of you. Make sure you breathe. Full breaths in and out the whole time. Just this right side. Do not switch legs. On the second set, we're going right side again. In the end, we're going to do left side to even it out. Got 30 more seconds, but we're going to be switching here soon into push-up toe tap. Chest nice and upright, eyes forward, back heel off the ground. All right, you guys can switch into push-up position. Get ready. We're going to be reaching across right arm to left toe. Get ready.
Do a push-up?
No push-up. You just hold that kind of play. And go.
Can I look the ring one more time? Sorry.
Right here, and then from here.
Oh, wait. Okay.
Yep. And just alternate. Breathe. Even though you're in that plank position, it's harder to breathe. Make sure you're not holding your breath in. If you have to, take a break. It's okay. If you have to, you can also go, Emily, you can just be in this position, go forward more, and just tap here. Going across, pushing your hips forward. Okay. We're almost there, 10 more seconds. We're gonna go into leg lowerings. All right, let's switch it up. So we're gonna go on your back. Start hands over your chest if you can. Eyes on your feet, meaning your head comes off the ground, moves, and go. Legs nice and straight. They don't have to be locked out. Don't touch the ground. Emily, head off the ground. Nice and slow down. Okay? Nice and slow. We're not rushing through it. This is going to be last part of this first round. We're going to do this one more time through. So we're going to go back to split squat again on the right side only. This is pretty hard for you to do without touching the ground. You can let your feet rest on the ground for a second after you lower them down. If you can, try to keep them up in the air. Don't let them touch the ground. Working here for about 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come on up, back to split squat. One more round of these movements. Woo! 3 more minutes. Oh, perfect. And go. So back right side again, right side only. Don't switch to your left side yet. Again, if you have to, you can grab something to hold on to. Make sure your back heel is off the ground. That's a pretty common fault with split squats, is that people start shifting their weight on their back leg a lot, and then just making it way more difficult. So you see Jay, his heel right here is off the ground. He's got a lot of weight on that front leg. That back leg is just supporting him. If you shift that weight on the back every time, it's just gonna throw your balance off. So you just gotta trust your front leg, trust your front leg. Emily's doing great also. Nice work, Emily, good job, good job. Okay, almost there. And switch back to that plank push-up position. Something that you can do for a scaling option is you can stay in this kneeling position and you can just tap your knee. And this is something that's pretty hard for you to do. So make sure in that position though, just like Emily, when she returns back to that kneeling position, her hips are coming forward every time. So she's placing some type of weight on her arms so they still have to support. Breathe, 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 breathe. Keep moving. So if you see Jay's at about 79% right now, 80%, we've been working for almost 6 minutes, or sorry, 9 minutes now. So this is kind of where we want to be. Emily just worked out for 2 hours, so she's pretty tired, and that's okay as well. Almost there. 3, 2, 1. Rest. Go back to those leg lowerings. But as I said, also you gauge on how you're doing as far as your effort goes. If someone asks you a question, you can give a no leg lowerings. If you can do a full answer, full sentence, you're good to go. That's where you want to be. So leg lowerings, last minute, then we're gonna rest. Good job, guys. We're gonna rest. After this, we're gonna rest enough to explain what we're doing next. It's gonna be next part, super simple. It's just 3 minutes of work of Turkish get-ups, alternating per side. Luckily, we have our hardstyle kettlebell master, Jay Wells, with us, so he's gonna demonstrate a Turkish get-up for us.
I'm heavily modified one thing for me.
Keep going, guys. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. All right. So, before you guys can rest, do you want to do the Turkish get-up?
Can I take a sec?
Yeah.
You got it.
Okay. I'll show you one, and I'll show you another one while Jay takes a break. So, what we're going to be doing is bodyweight Turkish get-up. You're going to start on the ground. This is your opportunity for 3 minutes to practice this movement, or if this is something you have down, strive to make it as good as you possibly can. So, if I'm going to start on my right arm, I'm going to imagine I'm holding a kettlebell, something in my hand. I'm going to squeeze that fist hard here. I'm going to start out here with this opposite side, out to the side with straight arm. I'm going to come up to my forearm, press up to my hand, pivot that hand behind you. Raise your hips as high as you can. Bring your foot back behind you, knee at 90 degrees. Sit your hips back, rotate, back foot, open up, eyes on that hand. Reverse lunge, feel where your hip is, slide, rotate your foot back, hip stays up, and easy down. Then I'm gonna switch sides and do it again on the opposite side, okay? If this is something that gives you a hard time, you have a hard time with going all the way up. All you can do is going up to here, raise your hips, down, down, and then switch sides. We're just going back and forth for 3 minutes. Okay, that's it. Let's get ready, guys. 10 seconds. Three, 2, 1, and go. 3 minutes. So make sure you're squeezing your fist just like you're holding some type of love in there, and we're going to switch sides. Okay? All right. Up. And hips. Good. Perfect. So Emily's choosing to do that modified version. That's perfectly fine. Make sure every time you're coming,
the same side?
alternate sides. So make sure you're alternating sides, guys, after every rep. If you're doing the scale version, make sure you raise the hips as high as you can here. Perfect. And then as you go down, you go nice and slow. If you go in that full movement, as Jay gets his hips up, his leg goes behind on a little bit of an angle. And then as he opens up and goes into that stand-up position, that leg rotates behind him. That's one of the most important parts of the get-up. Especially if you're holding a kettlebell, some type of heavy load above you, if you don't place that leg behind you with that 90-degree angle at first, you're not going to have as much support, as much balance, and it's going to be way harder for you. So watch it one more time. He's going to raise his hips up, and that leg's not going straight back, it's going on 90 degrees angle. And then as he opens up, that foot in the back's going to shift, perfect, and he opens up. They both have their eyes on their hand the whole time. Same thing happens as he's going down. He's going to shift that leg behind him. Nice work, everyone. We got a minute and a half here. Keep moving, guys. Keep moving. Nice. Good. So now Jay's going to go into reverse lunge. hand goes out, foot rotates again, and then leg goes through. All right, last minute, last minute. And with Turkish get-ups, a lot of people have a hard time and they think it's almost like a range of motion type of problem. It's most of the time it's just poor technique. Skipping some of those little parts that make it easier for you to do. And the word on the street is that this is how Jay gets out of his bed every day. He puts the pillows on his hand.
It's true.
Turkish get up, and that's how you stay fit.
50 aside.
50 aside every morning.
Fasted.
Go.
Fasted. 15 seconds left, guys. Keep going, keep going.
I have my bulletproof coffee.
About one more rep here. Finish that rep, make sure you finish. And then we're gonna rest. All right, rest. Shuffles. So, yep, we got quick 1 minute rest. We're gonna go back into lateral shuffle for 3 minutes. Back into 1 minute max reps of split squats. Now we're gonna go with the left leg forward. So we're gonna switch left leg only, back to those push-up toe taps, and back to leg lowerings. So same as the first part, the only difference is we're gonna switch to your left side on the split squats. Okay, got 20 seconds, yep.
Come on down, alright.
It's not bad, this one's not bad, right? Alright. And then
It's better than. I think it's better than 2 minutes straight at burpees.
2, 1, and go. So again, foot movement, maybe right now you're feeling a little more tired. That's perfectly fine. You can move a little slower. We're not trying to do every workout to an absolute failure. It's good to do sometimes, but some workouts should be in different zones as far as your heart rate goes. Should be more focused on your technique. We had a really good workout with Jay yesterday. It was more of a hypertrophy strength type workout. Monday was pretty brutal conditioning. So it just fits if your third workout is a little bit easier. So then your fourth, fifth workout in that week can be, again, a little harder. You can give your body time to recover.
Don't get it twisted, we're still working. 1 minute. Let's go.
One more? What is that? That was the first one, right?
Yeah, it's on here.
All right, 2 minutes, guys. 2 more minutes. Make sure even on this, you're breathing. Think this is a kind of exercise drill movement that you can find a little breathing pattern that you can hold throughout the whole thing. Same goes for if you're running, if you're biking, certainly if you're swimming, because otherwise you would drown. So there's rhythm. So same should be applied to really everything that you do. One more minute, and then we're gonna go back into max reps of that split squat, push-up toe tap, and leg lowering. So it's gonna be the last thing. 2 sets of that, and then we're done. You can see that, for example, Emily is a little higher on the heart rate right now, but when we were going into the split squats, Turkish get-ups, that middle portion, her heart rate was in green zone, yellow zone. So maybe this is just a movement that you're not usually doing, and that's something that will happen. Your heart rate is going to spike up because you're not using these muscle groups this way a lot. So your body has to accommodate, and that's okay. Fast 5 seconds. All right, let's get ready. We're going to go into split squats. Left leg forward, just left leg this time, and let's go. Eyes forward, breathe. We're going nice and low. Don't cheat on those reps if you can. Touch that bottom leg, bottom knee on the ground. If you have to, you can hold a chair, again, table. Again, make sure that back heel, just like Jay's, staying off the ground the whole time. Front heel staying on the ground as well the whole time. Try not to shift on the toes too much. Good midfoot weight placement on that front leg. Doing good, Emma. Good job, good job, good job. Still stay on this one leg. After we switch, we're going to go back to that push-up toe tap. All right, let's switch. Back to that plank position. If you had a hard time with this in that first round, maybe just try going with knees off the ground first for a bunch of reps. And then if you have to, you can switch into knees being on the ground. Also, if you go a little wider with your feet, you might have a little more stability. Might be a little bit easier. It's going to be harder for you to reach because there's bigger distance, but everything comes at a price. Small price to pay, forgive me. Small price to pay. What did it cost? Everything. All right, guys. 30 seconds here, 30 seconds. Keep moving, keep breathing. Don't hold your breath in. And switch back to leg lowerings again. Got 10 seconds here. We're gonna go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go. Nice work, Emily. Nice work, Emily. Good job, guys. Good job, guys. So Jay's using improv, this kettlebell as a little obstacle. So if you have your child that you place there instead of that kettlebell and it's still there, you can use it. Getting your legs over one side, other side. If you don't have anything on the ground right now, that's fine. You can still do that. As you go down, shift to the right side, bring it back up to center, shift to left side, go back up to the center. And come up. One more round, last 3 minutes, and we're done. Let's go, baby! Woo! All right, 3, 2, 1. Left leg split squat. Let's go. Good reps, good reps. Eyes forward, chest open. Don't look at the ground. There's no change there. After split squats, we have toe taps again, leg O-rings, and that's going to be it. Good way how to progress those split squats if you're having a hard time still with that. After going unsupported, you can place a couple pillows or books on the ground and tapping those. And then slowly going lower and lower and lower until you can go all the way to the ground. All right, let's go into that push-up toe tap, switch, and 3, 2, 1, go. Nice work, guys. Nice work, nice work. Get a round of applause for these troops over here working hard. Jay told me that if I do 2 minutes of burpees again, he's going to set my car on fire. So,
Thanks, Jay.
I'm lost right now.
more seconds, guys. 20 more seconds. We're almost there. Almost done today. All right, let's switch it up. 2 leg lowerings for the last one. And that's it.
I'm not gonna fancy this one.
Got last 50 seconds for today. And that's all of it. So Jay's really adding that eccentric tempo, nice and slow. So if you want to challenge it right now, burn it out. Very slow count. Try to count to 10 as you go down. Try to count to 10 as you go down. Let's hold that bottom for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and up fast. Get a few more reps like that. If you want to burn it out, come on. There you go, Jay. That's it. Nice work, nice work, nice work. Good job, good job, good job, good job, good job. And last rep here, last rep, last rep, last rep. Nice, 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 nice. And you're officially done. Good job, guys. Thanks for tuning in for the live class. This was the 3rd one. We have 2 more this week, so make sure to check out our YouTube channel to find all the other classes to do and follow along.